Good evening, folks. It's a nice night. I've just finished work. In fact, it's scorching. It's too hot for me, but there's one job I need to do today, and that's do some watering. So I thought I'd make a quick video and show you around at the same time. So I'll crack on. See you in a bit. Aye, it's an absolutely scorching evening tonight. It's summer. It must be summer. So, like I say, I'm going to do a bit of watering because the ground needs water. Well, the plants need water. I was just finishing digging off this section where I'm going to put the beans this year, and I've just forked it over, and that soil underneath is still damp. So there's still plenty of water under the ground, just slowly but surely drying up at the top. As you can see, this bed here is just rock solid now. So I better get the hose on the go. The potatoes there, they're doing alright, and the other ones have started to come up now, which is good. So I've just been filling up this pond marsh area for 10 minutes. I think what had happened the other day was, because it hadn't been raining for that long, all the water had dried right up, and when I put the hose on and filled it up, all the water has sunk down to the roots of the irises there. But anyway, enough of that. I'll just sort this out, and I'll see you in a bit. Aye, so your plants won't grow if you don't water them, so I better get the hose on you, give everything a good soaking. Now I would usually use me sprinkler thing, which I'll show you in a minute, but I'm not using that tonight, obviously. But here's a little tip for you if you're doing your watering. Don't just think a little sprinkle of water on the top. That's not enough, especially with potatoes. That's another reason why you do the trenches, because once all of the potatoes are fully earthed up, you water from the trench, like in between the rows, and the water will stay there and soak into the roots where it's needed. There's no point in just watering the top of the plant like that. Half of the water doesn't go to where the water is needed. So I'll just do some watering. I'll probably speed this bit film up because it's a bit boring. I'll put some music on or something. So I'll see you in a bit. Right, that'll do for that. It's not as long as what I would usually water for, but like I say, I haven't got all the time in the world today, and yet I would usually spend about an hour and a half, not just on the potatoes, like on everything. And this is me sprinkler, so I would usually just set the hose up onto that and then get on with something else. But for tonight, it's just handheld camera action. You see how the grounds like went all solid like a desert. That's due to watering using a hose. Unfortunately, it pans the soil. There's nothing you can really do about it. I know we've had plenty of downpours, and I'm not saying we could do with a good downpour, but you cannot beat rain for watering your plants. And I feel sorry for people who don't have access to a tap as well, because it would be a nightmare. Even just watering the potatoes, like you've just seen there, it would take about 20 watering cans full of water, and you know, that's when it becomes a chore. So these will not need much watering. So like I say, the ground's still quite damp underneath. About 6 inches down, it's still a little bit claggy. I don't know if I'll be able to do this with one hand, like, but we'll have a try. Everything needs to be watered, you can't miss anything out. Nah, can't really do it with one hand, folks, so I'll just stop filming here. I'll just quickly show you the brassicas. Doing alright there, like. What I might do as well, I've still got leeks to put in, so this little bit here, I might just stick them in there on Sunday while I'm up and I've got a full day. So anyway, I'll crack on with this. See you in a bit. Right, that's the cabbages done there. I've just had about 15 minutes on there. Like I was saying before, you don't want to just put a little bit of water on the top and think that's enough, because the sun will evaporate most of it and none of it will get down to the roots. I remember watching Gardener's World years ago, and Alan Titchmarsh says 2 inches of water on the top will travel 2 foot down into the ground. So that's a little rule of thumb there. Let's give the Swedes a good watering as well. Everything's going to get a watering, because that's what I'm here for. Like I say, the plants won't grow if you don't water them properly. Also as well, at this time of year, in the brassicas, you can put some top dressing on. That's like, it's a special mix of nutrients and stuff like that, you know, like gromos or whatever. It just gives the plants an extra little boost halfway through the season. Now obviously them cabbages and stuff haven't been in that long, so I'll not top dress at the minute, but I will eventually, maybe in a month's time or something. Right, that's enough for the Swede. Another little tip as well, when you're doing your broad beans, don't water from the top. You're not supposed to water the leaves, you're supposed to water the roots. So get down on your hunkers, go all the way along, good soaking. The broad beans create a nice little shady area as well on the soil, so the sun will not evaporate the water too much. Sorry if I'm yammering on here, folks. I just like I say, I thought I'd make a little video because it's nice for a change. There's one or two beans on there if you can see, but they're not very big yet. And like I was saying the other day, there's not many flowers on. Now I don't know if that's because it was too wet or I just put them in too late or whatever, I don't know. That's enough for them anyway. Take it round to these onions. Now I think I might have a bit of a problem here. My hose doesn't go all the way down to the sweet peas, so I'll have to, I was going to take it around to the roses there, but I'm just thinking in my head, thinking to myself, folks, just talk amongst yourselves. Might as well give Annie's rose a little watering while I'm here. Fill a water bowl up there. And I'll have to just use the watering can for the sweet peas. Give this rose a little watering as well while I'm here. There's a few dahlias coming up there as well. I'll have to have a good weed round here on Sunday. Get some order on the go. Order! This potato that's there, look at it. That's nearly ready to pick, that. Flowers are on. The yellow, the leaves are starting to turn yellow. Just give these a quick watering. Don't know if anything's going to come of these onions. They look alright at the minute, like, but this plot's got white rot all over the place. But this was just wood chips and cow manure last year. I grew my potatoes in there, so hopefully it'll be alright and I'll not get white rot. None of them's turning to seed or anything, but there's quite a few of them have just died off. Don't know, maybe too much feed, I don't know. Every year is different, folks. Every year is different. Got some quite good sized onions down there. That one looks quite good there. But not half as many as what I'd have in usual years. I usually try and grow about 60 to 80 onions, so that's like, I work it off one a week, and you should be able to store for the whole year if you do it properly. But by the looks of it, I've only got about 30 onions there, if that. But anyway, that'll do. I'll give this lemon balm and the Virginia creeper a little bit water. And I'll give them leeks over there a little bit watering as well while I'm here. There's the barbecue off last Sunday there. It was very nice as well. Thank you, Michelle, for suggesting that. Like I say, I've never had a barbecue on the allotment before. So thank you for the suggestion. We'll have to do it again sometime, eh? Next time, not buy so much food. But anyway, while I'm here, I brought me tent, my little tent, because I might do a spot of camping on the plot, which is something I've always wanted to do but never really got round to doing it. So we'll see how it goes. Might do some camping on the plot in the summer holidays. Like I say, I just set it up there to see if it would fit, and it does, so I'll be taking it back down. Spot on. Now I'm going to have to go around there and use the watering can to do the rest. I'll just leave that hose there for now. But look at these roses here. Now I think these roses are called John something. Not John something, but John and something else. Someone's name. And his rose. These sweet peas, man, coming on nicely there. And I've just noticed as well, a little bit of a premiere for you here, folks. Can you see it yet? The everlasting sweet pea started to flower. Isn't that nice? And these are supposed to come back every year. Looking like that. I wonder if they'll all be pink, or that you get different colours on the same plant. Who knows? Be nice to find out. We'll find out soon. Aye, the greenhouse. I've just left the door open now, folks, because it's far too hot in there during the day. I can't get here every day. So what I do is just put the net over. Let enough air gets in there. Sorry about that, folks. Just to let enough air getting in there. The cucumbers, I'm gonna have to start tying them on soon. But I will make a frame, and the frame will go up to the top of the greenhouse, so should get some nice cucumbers on there. And these beans, something's been at them. But there's a few there I can stick out. I'll probably sow some more beans as well in compost, or maybe just stick them straight in the ground now, because it's around about that time. It's nearly autumn now anyway. Grapes doing good, as always do. Now, someone asked on my last video, is your grapevine roots in the greenhouse? No, they're not. They're outside, and then they come in. There's a little gap in the corner of the greenhouse there, which I've trained the main stem to come into, because what they reckon is the roots of the grapes like to be wet, but the vine likes to be dry, and it seems to work fine. These are black grapes as well. They're called Hamburg. Very nice. And I don't know if this is how it works, but when the very first few bunches of grapes that I got off this vine had about 6 to 8 seeds in each grape. And I was like, oh, that's no good. I was spitting grape seeds out all the time. But over the years, and this vine has got to be 15, 16, 17 years old, something like that. I cannot think. But anyway, over the time, there's now only like 1 seed in each grape. So I wonder if that's how they get like seedless grapes eventually. If anybody does know the answer to that, leave it in the comments and all that, because I don't know. I just that's what I think. Anyway, enough of grapes. There's not much else I can show you. So I'm just going to finish off the watering in the greenhouse and that, and I'll sign off in a minute. Look at that, man. Lush and green, everything, with a little bit of colour. Nice. See you in a bit. Right, I've just walked into the shed and I could hear like a buzz, and I've just looked, and look at that. Can you see that? Fascinating. It's a big spider, that, mind. No, can you see it there? It's just choked the hoverfly to death. That's why I keep the webs up, folks. Keep the flies out the shed. It works. Anyway, I'll quickly spin you around and I'll see it raw. Right, so that's it, folks. I'm gonna go home actually, but it's nice to just sit in the shade in the shed here, out of the blazing sun. Can't complain though, until it's next week. So as always, folks, thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing and all that kind of thing. I'll see you again on Sunday. If not, I'll see you on Monday. Catch you in a bit. Ta-ra now.